I think that's our cue. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you enjoyed a terrific lunch. Want to welcome you to the Gow School's annual Honors Convocation. Great to see everyone. Beautiful day. We've got a few stragglers. Come on in. Come on in. We got room for you. Today we gather to recognize and celebrate students for their academic achievement and their academic effort. We will begin our Honors Convocation with a time-honored custom at Gow of the transfer of student leadership, officially known as the Crimson Blazer presentation. This presentation involves the transition of student leadership from this year's student body president to next year's student body president. The tradition of recognizing the president of the student body with the Crimson Blazer is one of Gow's most sacred traditions. 10 years ago, in honor of Nick Uliana, Gow class of 2014, and Sam Uliana, Gow class of 2016, the Uliana family endowed the patch on the Crimson Blazer. Nick and Sam are former presidents of the student body, and the patch on the blazer recognizes the privilege of serving as president. At this time, I would like to invite our current student council president, student body president, Shay Simon from Albuquerque, New Mexico, to come up to the stage. As well as the vice president of our student body from Ithaca, New York, Nathan Fromme. I'd also like to invite to the stage our president-elect for the 26-27 school year, Elena Russo from New York City. And from Wasilla, Alaska, our vice president, Kate Langford. Shay, can you please present the Crimson Blazer to Elena? Get in there, Kate. Nathan and Shay, I'd like you to stick around on the stage here for a second. Kate and Elena, congratulations. Can't wait to lean on you for your leadership next year. Well done. We will be in good hands. Please allow me to share a moment or two to recognize the hard work and contributions of Shay and Nathan. They consistently led by example through their positive energy, their determination and work ethic, and always putting the needs of the school first, their school. With the steady and dependable support from Nathan, Shay led many community building events, including trivia nights, haunted house, winter carnival, hop and hoopla, prom, spring fest, and perhaps her greatest achievement, she revived the tradition of the annual senior trip. Well done. Oh, and let's not forget about her lead role in Dyslexia Testifies. Great effort, Shay. Speaking of Dyslexia Testifies, Nathan was expertly cast as the judge, a role he personified on a daily basis here at the Gow School. Nathan is highly principled, cares deeply about equality, and thoughtfully represented our student body as a key member of the Gow Disciplinary Committee. I frequently sought the advice of both Shay and Nathan, especially in measuring the pulse of the student body and the school community, and they were always spot on. Please join me in thanking Shay and Nathan for their steady leadership and loyalty to Gow. Thank you again, Shay. Thank you, Nathan. A moment for our Parent Association recognition. It is also fitting on this occasion to commend the dedication and commitment of the Gow Schools Parents Association, and in particular, the president of Gow's Parent Association, Mrs. Claringbold. Mrs. Claringbold, also known as JJ's mom, dutifully represented the voices of our parents and served as an impactful member of our Board of Trustees. She partnered closely with members of the Gow leadership team and contributed significantly to strengthening the school-home connection. Mrs. Claringbold, please come up and please join me in thanking her for her work. Faculty and staff recognition. Sticking with the theme of commitment and leadership, I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize our hardworking faculty and staff. Think of this as a top 10 list, if you will, of the countless examples of how our faculty go above and beyond for our students every day. Number one, our teachers strive to learn each student's defining interests and their talents. When a student realizes that their teacher knows them, and I mean really knows them, then that relationship flourishes. When a student and teacher share a common interest or passion, such as 80s alternative music, D&D, rocketry, chess, paleontology, constructing the perfect panini. Kate, did you hear that one? Got it, all right, we made a connection. The NBA, welding, baking, backcountry skiing, theater, Legos, dogs, Alaskan fat bears, dad jokes, The Simpsons, snowboarding, all of those create a deeper bond which ultimately converts into greater academic engagement. Number two, I asked a great deal of our faculty and staff this year, and collectively they rose to the occasion. They embraced new opportunities, such as our Saturday academic experiences, shifts in study hall philosophy and schedule, Sunday dinners in the dorms, a new administrative leadership model, spending 4 days on a remote island in Northern Ontario with no electricity or modern plumbing, executing strategic initiatives to bolster our academic and residential life programming, the launch of a best-in-class postgraduate program, moving into the amazing new Howard Hall, easier said than done, strengthening communications between home and school, and further elevating our robotics program to championship caliber. Number three, Gow teachers reinforce the importance of table manners, eye contact, and a good firm handshake. Our athletic coaches measure success not by wins or losses, but by effort, teamwork, and sportsmanship. Our dorm parents manage student issues, some very delicate, with great care and compassion. They apply the Latin phrase loco parentis, translated as in the place of parents. Dorm parents go above and beyond from moral support to discipline, to hygiene and how to navigate complicated friendships, and even how to calculate a tip for DoorDash, and a lot more. Number six, when our teachers make mistakes, and they do, they're not perfect, they offer authentic apologies, role modeling the behavior they expect when their students make a mistake. Number seven, they accept and welcome a respectful degree of opposition. They invite thoughtful pushback from their students, especially in the classroom. This senior class was a prime example. Number eight, they are as adept at teaching Newton's laws of motion, more on that tomorrow, as they are at teaching how to board a chairlift, and at teaching an 8th grader how to tie a necktie, often on the same day. Number nine, They take their work and their craft very seriously, but don't take themselves very seriously, most of them. Number 10, our faculty and staff represent a family of educators committed to making a difference in the life of every student they teach. A family that treats and cares for their Gao family as much as their own families, and sometimes even more. Please join me in thanking the Gao faculty and staff for all they do. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to turn the podium over to Mr. Sandrowski. He's going to lead off our award presentation. And as I do, I'd like you to join me in thanking him in his first year as a terrific athletic director and leading an awesome athletic award ceremony this morning. Mr. Sandrowski.
The Excellence in Activities Award goes to that student who took part in several clubs and organizations, was enthusiastic about the many activities that took place on and off campus, and helped out their community. This student took full advantage of the many clubs and activities that are offered at Gao. They were a leader on campus, as they were an RA and a library assistant. In addition, he was an elected member of student council. While at home and throughout the year, this student completed nearly 4 times the required community service hours. He took part in numerous off-campus trips and went to a variety of activities, from attending plays to rock climbing. He was someone who was always open to new ideas and helped out when needed. Due to his generosity, spirit, and enthusiastic participation in the opportunities the Gao School has to offer, it gives me great pleasure to present this year's Excellence in Activities Award to Nathan Fromme.
All right, good afternoon. Just to continue the spirit of thank you, I think it's really important that we take a moment just to acknowledge our school leadership. And that Mr. Monroe, he's been here for 3 years. He's probably the most humble person I've ever met, and he's one of the most thoughtful, empathetic leaders I've ever met as well. And he'll never say this, Mr. Monroe, but every day he's the first one on campus. He's the first person everywhere, and he's always the last person everywhere. But each morning as I come into breakfast, of course, he's already there. He has this crew of younger students who are gamers. They are board gamers. They play chess. They play backgammon. And that crew of students looks forward to coming to school, I think, because they know they get to play with Mr. Monroe first thing in the morning, and that sets their entire day. But again, Mr. Monroe, I just want to thank you on the behalf of the students, on behalf of the faculty, and the families for an amazing year. Thank you, Mr. Monroe. All right, excellence in the academics. The students we're about to recognize have achieved their success because of their diligence and determination in both the classroom and in study hall to earn honors grades. The following students have achieved an overall B average in their courses this year. Students, please stand in your place and remain standing as your names are called. Please hold your applause until all the names have been called. Again, merit roll. This is a 3.0 to a 3.29 on the 4.0 GPA scale. In the 8th grade, Leo Bippis. In the 10th grade, Atticus Kane. In the 11th grade, Kate Langford, Cooper Manning, and Jaden Singleton. And in the 12th grade, Jeremy Claringbold. You can keep standing if you like. I think you've earned it. Up to you. All right, next, we would like to honor those students who've earned an average grade of B+ or better. We ask that when your name is called, students, please come forward and assemble on the floor in front of the stage, right down here in front. Each of these students will receive a certificate in the mail in recognition of their accomplishments. Audience, please hold your applause until all of the names have been called. Again, this is honor roll. This is a 3.3 and higher on the 4.0 scale. In the 5th grade, we have Zoe Shermatz. In the 6th grade, Tim Emmerling. Come on up, right up here in front. In the 7th grade, we have Eleni Andino, Graham Fincher, and Ilya Posey. In the 8th grade, we have Andrew Pelkowski, Thomas Dabersky, and Grayson Ward. In the 9th grade, we have Adelaide Adams, Josie McCarthy, Cole Meyer, and Leo Meyer. In the 10th grade, we have Maria Goodyear Hines, Dante Posey, Queen Randolph, Lena Ropp, and Charlotte White. In the 11th grade, we have Shayna Friedman, Alana House, Riley Mitchell, Evelyn Murphy, and Elena Russo. And in the 12th grade, we have Stephen Boschka, Sarah Cotter, Silas Elsner, Charlie Fritz, Nathan Fromme, Brian Riggerman, Shay Simon, and Anna Walker. All right, thank you, students. The students know this, but I'm not the biggest fan of academic awards because, in my view, every single student here is a hero, and they're working so hard in their classrooms, and they're achieving so many small victories and large victories and defeats they can learn from every single day. Keep working. Students, those of you who were acknowledged, awesome job, keep it up. And students who weren't, you weren't yet. Keep working. All right, thank you.
There are 2 awards for high grade point averages, one in the upper school and one in the middle school. To win this award, one must be motivated to do well in every class and enjoy the challenge of the academic rigor. These are bright, hardworking students who would take a very challenging course load. The recognition today will be the culmination of their hard work for the entire year. The winner for the upper school is Josie McCarthy with a 4.0, and the winner in the middle school is Timmy Emmerling with a 3.91.
The National Honor Society is a nationwide organization of student leaders representing the very highest order of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. From every corner of the United States, outstanding students are chosen for this elite group to be honored by the faculties of their schools through their nomination to the Society. The Cursus Honorum is the Gal School chapter of the National Honor Society. I now ask that current members of Cursus Honorum to stand at their seats and be recognized. Shayna Friedman, Alana Haas, Brian Riggerman, Lena Ropp, Elena Russo, Shay Simon, Anna Walker, and in the Junior Honor Society, Cole Meyer. This year, we are pleased to accept the following new members. Please come to the stage and line up to my left as your name is called. In the National Honor Society, J.J. Claringbold and Nathan Fromme. And in the Junior Honor Society, Eleni Andino and Josie McCarthy. Tiny bit more. Cursus honorum is a Latin phrase referring to the course of responsible positions required of young leaders in ancient Rome. Like their ancient counterparts, these nominees must demonstrate and continue to display the highest level of scholarship, leadership, character, and service to the community. The current membership includes team captains, resident assistants, goodwill ambassadors, head waiters, and academic leaders. They serve in churches, clubs, and organizations outside of GAU. We look forward to seeing what this year's nominees will do as they join the ranks of their similarly exceptional peers across the country. Congratulations.
The 1989 Award for Excellence in the Fine Arts. The middle school recipient of this year's Excellence in the Fine Arts Award has all the necessary attributes of an artist. He is interested in the subject. He works hard to improve his technical abilities. He accepts constructive criticism and applies suggestions to his work. And finally, he has a creative mind, which is the backbone of all of his endeavors in the art room. His creative mind is currently on display in the Reed Art Center in the form of a giant pair of sunglasses that he and his classmates created for their pop art assignment. In the upper school, 2 students stood out this year and will both receive the Upper School Award for Excellence in the Fine Arts. The first student I will talk about often had a love-hate relationship with her medium, clay. She arrived to class every day with high expectations for her work on the wheel. Some days were met with success, while others were met with frustration and a sense of failure. Every time that I thought she had quit for good, she came back to the wheel with more determination and remarkable effort. Her best work this year, a wall relief made from 9 green plates, is on display in Howard Hall and will be a permanent gift from her to the school, standing as a remembrance of her work ethic, perseverance, and creativity. The second student has been focusing on his photography for the past 2 years. He has mastered the technical aspects of this art form, although he still hates altering his work in Photoshop. Through the years, he has dabbled in portraits, landscapes, nature scenes, sports photography, and surrealism, as well as many other subjects. He has done well in all of these genres, but his work became the most meaningful when he applied his lens to the Buffalo No Kings protest in the spring. His images were not just clear and well composed, but they had the emotional impact that photojournalists strive for every day on the job. I'm pleased to announce this year's recipients of the Award for Excellence in the Fine Arts. In the middle school, Elia Posey, and in the upper school, Sarah Cotter and Charlie Fritz.
All right, music at Gal is a unique class because no one has to take music, but almost half of our students do, and it's a class that students choose to take on top of their other coursework. Its structure allows them to choose a pathway that corresponds to their interests and talents. So for some students, music is an escape. It's a way to relax and do something creative. For others, it's a source of community. They play, they perform together. For a handful of students, it's a place to identify new challenges and boundaries to push in terms of what they can create and learn. Both students receiving the Music Award this year have contributed to music as recreation, music as community, and music as a personal challenge. They both performed in our winter concert and played solos on their instruments. They both made meaningful progress in their instrumental studies, and they explored new areas of music production and improvisation with their classmates. In particular, if there is a group of students playing together, Mr. Tim Emmerling is a member of that group. He is always holding it down on the drums. He's been an incredible bandmate and performer on mallet percussion and drum kit. He never shies away from challenging himself. He's always learning new rhythms, new songs, and looking for new opportunities for growth. Tim is going to be playing music at Gal for a long time, and you can look at him as a pillar of the program we're building here. In the upper school, Mr. Logan Lewis is a standout on the trombone when he's playing in our instrumental band. Well, that is not his claim to fame lately. In the last few months, he has recorded countless freestyle rap sessions in the studio with other students and their original beats. He has a true gift for language that finds expression in his creative rhymes and verses, and he's tireless about practicing by himself and with others. He's inspired other students to record themselves and add their own lyrics to the songs they compose and produce in the studio. Both of these students are part of why so many people want to be in music. Both Tim and Logan take music because they thrive on creative challenges and come alive when they feel present and expressive in sound. They make music a class I want to teach, and they make music a class others want to join. Congratulations, and a huge thank you to both of you, as well as all the other artists of the week and the students who are on my list for future recognition as we go into another incredible year of music together. Come on up.
The Kathleen N. Rose Reconstructive Language Awards, named in honor of the school's longtime Reconstructive Language Department Chair, are presented to two students, one from the middle school and one from the upper school, who have demonstrated not only a strong work ethic, perseverance, and grit, but also an enthusiasm for reconstructive language. The recipients of this year's middle school award is a 7th grader whose teacher shared that she began the year by revising all of the RL cards because she had memorized most of them in the 6th grade. She then learned new Latin and Greek word roots and eventually memorized 13 unchangeable prefixes. Throughout the year, she worked hard to apply these skills to her reading and writing. One area that improved especially challenging for her was completing her reading logs. Midway through the year, she grew tired of hearing Mrs. Zollett remind her that her reading logs needed improvement. So she decided to put effort into improving them. She worked with her EFC coach, Miss McQuestion, and attended tutorials to work on them. Finally, she got it. Once she figured it out, she could not stop talking about the books she was reading. Her comprehension improved significantly, but more importantly, she discovered the joy of reading. Mrs. Zollett is incredibly proud of her accomplishments this year and is thrilled for her to receive the Reconstructive Language Award. The recipients of this year's Upper School Award was a junior in Mrs. Zolit's class. Perseverance, hard work, and kindness are a few qualities that describe this student's approach to reconstructive language. She devoted an incredible amount of effort and time to her work. Whenever possible, she attended tutorials for extra reading practice to improve her reading fluency. She found Mrs. Zolit not only in her classroom, but also in the dorm, asking questions and discussing concepts she did not fully understand. Her curiosity and need to understand things are refreshing qualities. This student also becomes a completely different person when playing the game Spot It, and she is still undefeated. It is my unique honor and privilege to present this year's Kathleen N. Rose Reconstructive Language Awards in the middle school, Scarlett Wyden, and in the upper school, Shayna Friedman.
The Middle and Upper School English Awards. Mr. Clancy states that the winner of the Middle School English Award consistently demonstrated a strong willingness to improve and brought effort and enthusiasm to every writing assignment. Not only did the student show an ability to write informative and well-organized academic essays, but they also continually excelled in creative writing. Throughout the year, the student consistently submitted high-quality and inventive pieces of free writing that illustrated a vivid imagination and a strong sense of character and storytelling. Despite challenges, the student effectively used graphic organizers and assistive technology to strengthen their work. Beyond writing assignments, the student was also a key contributor during class discussions and consistently engaged in the material studied in Mr. Clancy's class. The student's positive energy and enthusiasm for English were infectious and ensured the class periods were never dull. Mr. Clancy has full confidence that this middle school English award winner's skills will continue to grow, and he hopes to continue enjoying the students' creative writing as they move into high school. The Upper School Award. This year's high school English award winner is a key member of Mr. Meyer's very talented honors journalism class. Each day, she participated actively in class and worked diligently on her assignments. The primary focus of the class was writing articles for the student publication, The Govian. From the very first day, students began researching, interviewing, and writing pieces for publication. This student stood out through her work ethic and dedication. She was always searching for her next story and willingly took on any assignment that needed to be completed. In every article she wrote, she did an outstanding job researching her topic and interviewing those who were involved, and following the writing process to create thoroughly organized and informative pieces. Mr. Meyer genuinely appreciates her enthusiasm for the class, her openness to feedback, and her consistent effort to improve her work. With each piece she wrote, she proved herself to be dependable, consistent, and someone her classmates and teacher could always count on. It gives me great pleasure to present the Middle School English Award to Andrew Pelkowski. And it also gives me great pleasure to present the Upper School English Award to Alana House.
I am here to present the Upper and Middle School Science Awards. The Upper School Science Award has been earned by a student who Mr. Gullo describes as impressive, talented, hardworking, creative, and passionate. This recipient has been impressing Mr. Gullo since the summer program many years ago and proved to be a very talented student in laboratory physics as a junior, helping to develop some of the most accurate lab results to date. He also stood out in what may have been Mr. Gullo's strongest advanced physics class to date, which is no small feat. He became only the 5th student ever to receive a grade over 90% in that class in the past 18 years. Mr. Gullo said this was not only achieved through hard work and intelligence, but through creative approaches to learning, a willingness to adapt, and a true passion for the material being taught. Mr. Gullo is convinced the student could thrive in any field, but is excited to know that he is pursuing a degree in a field that fuses their love of science with the love of the outdoors. As he moves on to pursue his degree in environmental resource engineering, the science department has no doubt this recipient will continue to excel, excite, and innovate in his chosen field. The recipient of the Middle School Science Award goes to a student whose presence in the classroom is quiet, curious, steady, determined, and deeply impactful. Her mind doesn't just absorb information, it connects it and reveals the bigger picture in a way that reminds us all why science is so exciting. Whether figuring out the connections between plate tectonics, atmospheric processes, or the structure of the Earth, she sees the relationships that tie everything together. That kind of thinking is rare, and it's the mark of a true scientist in the making. In class, she never hesitated to try a new skill, test an idea, or get her hands on the tools. What stands out most, though, is her character. She is the kind of student who lifts others up simply by being herself. She encourages her peers, celebrates their successes, and supports them through setbacks. She leads not with volume, but with kindness, consistency, and example. The science teachers here are looking forward to teaching this hardworking student for years to come. It is my pleasure to give the Upper School Science Award to Nathan Fromme and the Middle School Science Award to Eleni Adino.
The nominees for the History Award see things differently. History people want to know why things happened and why they matter, not just that they did. They know that the shadows on the wall are not real, and they are turning to see where the light truly comes from. The nominees this year are wise for their ages because they have listened to and reflected upon the many experiences of those who came before them. Mr. Garvey had the opportunity to work with this year's recipient of the Middle School History Award in his History 8 American History class. The nominee is a passionate lover of history. He works hard to understand the past and applies that knowledge to the modern world. He is an inquisitive learner who asks questions and finds outside sources to deepen his understanding of the topics he is interested in. His written work shows his opinions, and he supports them with facts. Mr. Garvey looks forward to seeing him develop the ability to explore multiple perspectives, as that will greatly enhance the depth of his understanding. I am proud to present the Middle School History Award to Grayson Ward. The nominee for the upper school has studied Eastern and Western civilizations, U.S. history, and was an important member of Dr. Rennick's Advanced Humanities class this year. She is bright, asks many thoughtful questions, and cares about big issues such as justice. She advocates for herself and others, and she uses skills that she has learned over the years here at Gow. Her senior honors thesis was well-written and intriguing. Her confident and well-prepared PowerPoint presentation, attended not only by Gow faculty and students, but also by 30 undergraduate students visiting from Houghton University. Her presentation sparked many interesting questions that she addressed competently. I am honored to present the Upper School History Award to Madam President Shay Simon.
There are 2 Applied Technology Awards. The first recipient of the Applied Technology Award is no stranger to success in hands-on activities. A student of Mr. Gullo's newly created pre-engineering course, he had to labor through learning how to use the SOLIDWORKS 3D modeling software to assist in the design and manufacture of a scaled-down carbon dioxide-powered race car made of wood and other stock components. His initial design lacked detail and was less than efficient. However, he made major improvements to his design over time and landed on a much more aerodynamic vehicle. Ultimately, the drag coefficient was tops among the students and notably more efficient on paper than those of his peers. While the construction process tested his patience, he was able to assemble a race car that stood up well against its competitors, taking first in his class and being only 6/100ths of a second slower than the fastest car this year. The STEM team hopes that this recipient will continue to pursue their obvious talents in the Applied Technology electives. The second recipient of the Applied Technology Award was a robotics student who excelled in all 3 phases of the class: design, manufacturing, and of course, competition. He spoke up often and contributed valuable insights as the class reasoned through various design choices. He was also skilled in using SOLIDWORKS and never shied away from an opportunity to help build on the 3D model. He really started to show what he could do as the class moved into the manufacturing space. He quickly mastered how to operate the CNC machine and to use various hand tools to achieve the desired result with minimal guidance from his teachers. Like the rest of his class, his dedication was top-notch. As the team prepared to compete at finals, he came into the shop over his spring break to work through some of the lingering repair issues and get some practice driving. This practice paid off as his driving would be put to the test. In one match in particular, he stared down potential defeat not once, but twice, as he displayed superior driving skill in getting his machine unstuck first from the sidewall and then from loose debris in the ring. We hear that this recipient is considering getting into manufacturing as a possible post-secondary path, and we can't help but applaud that line of thinking. We are thrilled to give Applied Technology Awards to Turner Neal and Brian Riggerman. And before I cede the microphone to Mr. Bray, I wanted to take a moment to recognize the accomplishments of our robotics classes this year. At this time, I ask that both students and teachers of the robotics course please stand in place. So that would be Nathan Fromme, Aiden Gass, Brian Riggerman, Shay Simon, Anna Walker, Stephen Boschka, J.J. Claringbold, Silas Elsner, Ishan Singh, Lion Talma, and of course, Mr. Pawlaki and Mr. Parrish. And students, if you don't mind, maybe stop looking at me, turn around and face your parents. Just turn around and face that way. Stay standing, please, students, and keep looking at your parents. We are typically quite proud of how much our students learn in robotics and how they perform at the Bots IQ competitions. This year was special in that that pride was accompanied by unprecedented success. Team 1's robot Banshee finished tied for 17th in the double elimination tournament and went on to win the King of the Ring trophy in a Rumble competition. Team 2's robot Daisy Duck finished 4th in the 68-team field, and thanks to doing well enough on, of all things, paperwork, yes, that's right, this is a dyslexic school, and paperwork, they also earned Bots IQ's top honor as grand champion. In recognizing the team's success, I would like to borrow a few quotes from an assembly speech that Mr. Pawlaki delivered following the finals. Both teams coming home with hardware may be the headline, but the story is what it took to get there. What the teachers of this group of exceptional students had the privilege to watch was not just competition, but growth. This is what it looks like when hard work meets perseverance. This victory belongs to you, the students. You represented this school in the best possible way, not just with what you built or what you won, but how you worked, how you competed, and how you carried yourselves. We are incredibly proud of you because this is what GAO is about. Finding something difficult, sticking with it, and proving to yourself that you can do more than you thought. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the robotics students from 2026.
The Tracy Mathematics Award is presented to those students who demonstrate overall improvement in academic growth in the field of mathematics. While these students may not receive the highest grades in their respective math classes, they have displayed grit, determination, and a desire to advance their skills. They persevere by getting extra help from their teachers and by making corrections to their assignments, tests, and quizzes to improve not only their grades, but their understanding of the material as well. This year's middle school recipient stated to Mr. Sandrowski at the beginning of the year that he, quote, can't do math. Despite this, he was always engaged in class and took an active role in learning the procedures and concepts. He asked many questions throughout the lessons and frequently attended tutorials to get extra help. Even other math teachers would report that he spent a significant amount of time and consistently asked for help when needed throughout the evening study halls. His hard work and determination will take him far in his career. Indeed, this middle schooler can do math. The upper school recipient took 2 math courses this year. While this person worked very hard with Mr. Brown, he simultaneously put in an awesome effort with me. According to Mr. Brown, this individual spent hours diving deeper into calculus concepts and determining ways to create methods that might make his calculations more automatic. In doing so, he developed a greater understanding of operations in calculus and for the potential to solving unusual problems. And in my computer science class, he worked hard to understand algorithms, write and debug code with increasing quality and complexity, and develop a solid working knowledge base of all things computer related. In addition to learning Python, he independently studied cybersecurity, web design, and AI. His final project was a poker playing program that I have yet to defeat. It gives me great pleasure to award this year's Tracy Mathematics Awards to, in the middle school, Leo Bippis, and in the upper school, Silas Elsner.
The study of a foreign language opens doors to communication, travel, and a better understanding of people and cultures beyond our own. In learning Spanish, students gain more than just vocabulary and grammar. They learn how to connect with others, see different perspectives, and engage in a wider world. Along the way, they strengthen their understanding of English and build important thinking and problem-solving skills. This award recognizes students who show strong dedication, curiosity, and achievement in their language studies, and who embrace both the challenges and the rewards of learning another language. This year's recipient clearly shows all these qualities. She came to class with enthusiasm and brought positive energy to activities and discussions. She was curious and asked thoughtful questions to better understand how Spanish works and how it differs from English. She showed persistence by breaking down sentences, practicing pronunciation, and paying close attention to detail. She also went beyond what was required by creating her own study tools and strategies, helping both herself and her classmates. Throughout the year, she handled the transitions between teachers with maturity and flexibility, and she was always willing to share what worked well for her with others. Having worked with this student on the language of mathematics, the voice of history, and briefly, el idioma de español, her hard work and dedication extend into all she does. It is my honor and privilege to announce that this year's Foreign Language Award goes to Lena Ropp.
The Jeffrey S. Sweet Outstanding Freshman Award. This award, named in honor of Jeffrey Sweet, Middle School Head Emeritus, is presented to that 9th grade student who has worked hard in the classroom, has been active in our athletics, and contributed to creating a positive atmosphere and a successful school year. For any student, middle school or upper school, new or veteran, it takes time to adjust to our schedules, daily routines, and intentional structure. Each year, and by design, the academic rigor becomes more demanding. All of this, combined with adapting to being away from home and learning to advocate for yourself, is not often easy. This student, however, faced these challenges with confidence and enthusiasm. Since joining our full-year program this year, this student has consistently set an example of our 4 pillars of kindness, respect, hard work, and honesty. Her peers are drawn to her generous spirit, her persistently inquisitive mind, and empathetic nature. Her work ethic and her desire to improve her reading and language skills have been impressive. This student demonstrated a significant academic achievement throughout the year. She remained positively engaged and connected, earned honor scrolls in all 4 marking periods, and maintained the highest GPA in her grade in all of our grades. This student was also highly active in our athletic programs, participating on our varsity volleyball, wrestling, winter outdoor adventure group, and girls track team. They fully embraced our extracurricular programs and encourage others to do the same. This student has proven herself eager to learn, willing to work hard, an absolute joy to teach, and a wonderful person to know. We have little doubt that this student will continue to make a positive impact on our school in the years to come. I'm extremely pleased to present this year's Jeffrey Sweet Outstanding Freshman Award to Josie McCarthy.
I am honored to present the Outstanding Sophomore Award named in memory of Randy Hoffer. This award is very special to me because of who it is named after. I had the pleasure of working with Randy and coaching him in soccer for 2 years. He was a hardworking student and a gifted athlete, but more than that, he was a wonderful human being whose charming personality brought everyone in our small community closer together. I looked up some recent recipients of the Outstanding Sophomore Award, and perhaps not surprisingly, these fine students went on to earn honors grades, get involved in student leadership, and head off to some pretty impressive colleges and universities. This year's recipient personifies the Randall P. Hoffer Award. Like Randy, he was a 3-sport athlete who competed in soccer, wrestling, and track and field. I can personally attest that he is a coach's dream, skilled, athletic, and hardworking, invested in getting better, and highly coachable. Like Randy, he does well in the classroom, earning around a 3.7 GPA this year and qualifying for honor scroll all 4 marking periods. His faculty advisor describes the recipient as an excellent student who consistently demonstrates his responsibility and commitment to his growth. He thoughtfully set meaningful goals for each marking period and showed determination in working steadily to achieve them. Throughout the year, he remained focused and took pride in his progress. In addition to his personal accomplishments, he was supportive and encouraging towards his fellow advisees, contributing to a positive and collaborative environment. Kind words indeed. It gives me great pleasure to recognize this year's Randall P. Hoffer Outstanding Sophomore Award to a scholar and a gentleman, and please forgive my butchered Italian pronunciation, Dante Pozzi.
The Dave Hoskin Award. In memory of Dave Hoskin, class of 1976, this award is presented to that junior who has demonstrated outstanding loyalty to the Gow School. The winner of the award is a student who often puts her classmates' needs ahead of her own. She always seems to be there when you need her. Sometimes quiet, sometimes, but always positive and forever thinking of others. It is with great pleasure that I present this year's Dave Hoskin Award to our newly elected School Council President, Elena Russo.
Created by the class of 1963 to honor their classmate, the Barry Warren Award is given to that student chosen by the senior class as the individual who has done the most for one's fellow students. With great pride, we present this award to Jeremy J.J. Claringbold.
The Lynn Ottaway Chafin Recognition Award is presented to those students who have made a positive difference in the Gow community. We are proud to present this award to Zoe Shermatz, Kate Langford, and Maria Goodyear-Hines.
The Walton Family Award. The Walton Family Award, given by the Walton family. This award is presented to Govians who have recognized their potential and who have worked hard and worked with discipline and determination to achieve it. It is my privilege to present this award to Stephen Boschka.
The Dubin Gutkin Award, created by Michael and Sandra Gutkin in honor of their parents and to recognize the importance of a Gow education for their son Jonathan, class of 2001, is known as the Dubin Gutkin Award. Chosen by faculty, this award recipient has demonstrated excellence in math, science, or applied technology. It is my honor to present this year's award to Thomas Taberski.
The B. Kent Vaughn Jr. Class of '07 Head Waiter Appreciation Award, given by the Vaughn family honoring their son who was a head waiter at Gow. This award is presented to the young men and women who supervise the dining hall and assist the chef and their staff. Head waiters hold the oldest of the traditional leadership positions at Gow, which demand a great deal of time, effort, and maturity. They have a major leadership role in our community and serve as highly visible role models on a daily basis. It gives me great honor to present this award to Brian Riggerman.
The James Grenauer Class of 1955 Award was created by his family and friends and is in his honor. It is given to students whose hard work and refusal to fail, as quoted from Mr. Grenauer, have allowed them to achieve their academic goals. This award is proudly presented today to Weston Dowse.
The Tom Browning Award is presented in memory of Tom Browning, class of 1951, to those students who have demonstrated determination, perseverance, grit, and all-around growth. We are proud to present this award to the following students: Shayna Friedman, Haley O'Dwyer, Tommy Taberski, and Aiden Gass.
The Class of 2011 Jeffrey Fazzolari Memorial Award. This award is given by the Class of 2011 to honor that student, faculty, or staff member who always exhibits a positive attitude and humor no matter the circumstance. This award is given in memory of Jeff Fazzolari, Gau's former executive chef and cherished friend of the Gau School community. Not only did Jeff show great passion for the culinary arts, but more notably, he cherished the personal relationship with those under his supervision and with all within our entire Gau School community. It's in this spirit that I am pleased to present this year's awards to two people. The first is a student who always seems to be moving forward and not looking back. She shows compassion for others and gets through each day with a positive outlook. The second is a staff member who shows true character and compassion in addressing the needs of the students, faculty, and staff. I knew Jeff Fazzolari personally, and I know he would be proud to honor both recipients today. On Jeff's behalf, I'm honored to present this award to the students, Evie Murphy, and then the staff, Chef Trent Harrison.
Congratulations, Evie. Congratulations, Chef Trent. Well deserved. So you've been a very patient and attentive audience, and we're just about to put a wrap on our convocation. Remember that, and first of all, thank you to all of our presenters today for their thoughtful comments and recognitions, and obviously, congratulations to all of our award recipients. And just a reminder that though we are celebrating a small percentage of the student body, all of you have achieved success, whether it be in the classroom, dorms, athletic fields, or stage. I want each of you to be proud of your efforts and feel confident in your accomplishments, especially those that required overcoming difficult obstacles and setbacks. If you're disappointed that you were not selected for an award today, that's okay. Hopefully you can turn that disappointment into motivation to work even harder next year. It may also help you set goals and build aspirations for the future. I'm excited to reconvene tomorrow morning to shine the spotlight on our graduating seniors. I have a few details, logistics for this afternoon and this evening. First, the 8th grade moving up ceremony starts at 3 p.m., and that will be at McIlvain House, which is across the street from Emory Road, the home that I'm fortunate to live in. We've got a nice setup for our 8th graders and their family and friends. 5th through 11th graders, reminder that dinner is on campus tonight, if you're staying on campus. For 5th through 11th graders, dinner will start at regular time, 5:50. And our curfew tonight is 8 p.m. Senior dinner, reminder to our seniors and their families, will start tonight at 6 p.m. at the Columns Restaurant. Dress code is dinner dress. Parents, if you are taking your child off campus this evening, please make sure they sign out with a dorm parent. Breakfast tomorrow morning in Westing Dining Hall will start up at 7:45 and go to 8:30 a.m. All students are expected in the Sims Theater tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. Please make sure you're there at 9 a.m. and that you are in academic dress. And our commencement ceremony will start promptly at 10 a.m. and guessing it will last about an hour and a half. Do I have any other faculty announcements or reminders that I may have missed? Great. Thank you for a terrific day. Enjoy the evening. See you tomorrow.